I used to work in a nursing home, and there was a bunch of old Caucasian ladies, and they would tell me how they used to get scammed by African princes. And I thought to myself, man, that was messed up. Till I spoke to these ladies and realized they deserved it. You know, I used to feel really bad about the whole African Nigerian prince scams and the people that would lose their identities and all this jazz. And that was the human empathy in me kicking into high key overdrive. That's what it was doing. But I discovered something. The people that got scammed by the Nigerian princes ruined the economy. All these old people that got scammed and destroyed and annihilated by the online scams and the phishing scams and all these scam emails and getting annihilated, they ruined the economy. I know this old guy, he got scammed by one of those bots that asked for Bitcoin. It's one of those women bots that send little naughty pictures to him, and he was giving him Bitcoin. He was trying to figure out how to use Bitcoin. He asked his grandson how to use Bitcoin. He got scammed. He got scammed sending 3 Bitcoin. You know how much 3 Bitcoin is? It's like $6 billion sent to a woman. That's insane. That is an insane amount of money. You deserve that. You deeply, with your whole chest, with every fiber of your being, deserve that. You getting scammed by a Nigerian prince, somebody far away? Hello, good evening, woman. You need to give me $600 and give me your security numbers. Give me your social security numbers. Okay, sweetie, you're racist. You're racist and you deserve it. Now, generally speaking, I don't think common day racism is as drastic as it was back in the day. That was devout race. They didn't have the internet to calm them down and be racist online. It was just in-person racism. They had no filter. It was insane. That's how it was. Back in the day, it was real horrifying, evil, messed up, hoes and dogs, just nonsense racism. Women and men, even men getting scammed by these naughty bots and these Nigerian princes. If you're still getting scammed by them nowadays, you 100% deserve it. I haven't heard about that in a while, too. It's been a long time. That was the first scam on the internet, I think. That was the first one. You just get an email randomly just chilling through, not even sure how they got your email. Maybe you signed up for a cooking website and the advertisers sold your information to somebody on the dark web, and then you just get a message randomly. This long, heartfelt message. Hello. It's quite a horrifying moment. I'm actually the Prince of England. And you read it and you're like, whoa, this sounds serious. Well, I guess I better help him out. It sounds horrifying. And they send it to everybody. They send it to every single person. One time my mom got caught by one, and I was thinking about it. I said, Mom, what's going on? She said, well, in her house that she owns, by the way. She owns the house. She bought it outright for like $12 and a nickel. That's what she bought it for, essentially. And she said, should I respond to this email? They're asking for me by name. No, don't do that. Don't respond to an email. You don't know this person. And she said, yeah, but they know me. I don't know how you fall for that. I don't know. I think you need to go back to school. Kindergarten even. They told you, stranger danger. This is ridiculous. Why? We learned these lessons already. You deserve it. You deserve it. You ruined the economy. You destroyed the entirety of American civilization. You told me to tie up my bootstraps. Tie up your bootstraps and learn how to get some common sense. Well, they're old. They don't deserve that. If you think that you could spend the entirety of your life being evil and messed up and vitriolic, and then at the end of it get off easily, no, you deserve to suffer for the greater course of everything, because I don't know if heaven or hell exists, and I'm not gonna let you get off on this existence. I need you to go off in a horrifying way possible. I think if you were bad in the past and don't plan to change, like you're not accepting of the times, you're not accepting of the new fangled nonsense that you say is worthless, I think you deserve to suffer later in life. That's horrifying mindset to have. Very vindictive, very revenge is the dish best served cold of me. Very messed up. But I ask you this. So? Genuinely, that's what I ask you. S-O question mark. That's what I ask you. So, why do you care? You don't care about these people. You care about every old person on the planet just because they're old. I see an old person pull up. Most old people suck. 80% of old people suck. 90%, 85% of old people suck on a grand scale. Most of them are angry, vitriolic, wearing diapers, fidgeting around, not eating healthy at all, trying to work out so they can live a few extra years when their body's already given up on them. Generally speaking, drinking a lot, very angry. You can't even be mad at them. You can't be mad at them. You know what sucks about a lot of old people, especially grandparents? My grandparents are very nice to me, but they sucked to my parents. Oh my goodness. My parents sucked to them. But to me, they're nice because I wasn't raised by them. They get to see me for short bursts. Very short bursts. Nieces and nephews effect. Very short bursts where they get to see me. So I have a different perception of them because they didn't raise me. They just put so much trauma onto my parents that my parents raised me how they were raised, and now I'm messed up because of it. So they're the progenitor. They're the big evil. There are very few good old people. You think just because they have dementia or they don't know where they're at all the time and they're screaming in public, peeing and pooping themselves, you think that absolves them of their crimes in history? Walt Disney was evil. None of these people get off to like get a free write-off pass. They don't get that to me. There's no universe, no world in which they get, oh yeah, they suffered, they're suffering now, so no, that's their own fault. The Nigerian princes were doing a karmic justice. They were doing God's work. I don't even believe in God. I'm not Christian. I don't believe. But if there is a God, it's a Nigerian prince scamming an old lady. If there is karma, it's that African prince saying, we need $7,000 from you. That's what a God is. Because if I was in the past, oh my God, one, I wouldn't be here. Tell you that right now. I would not be here. I would be gone. I'd be annihilated. I would have got beat up. I would have got destroyed, annihilated. I'd be pitched off in prison. I'd be in prison for life for something I didn't do. I'd be drinking out of a white water fountain, curious how it tastes. That's what I'd be doing. That's where I would be. That's the reality of the faces of where I'd be at. I think all the scams back in the day, especially Nigerian ones, were completely justified. The internet was newer. We didn't really know what was going on. Everything was strange. We were on Kick. We were on Skype talking to older men. We were getting groomed by people on Club Penguin. That's how it was. On MySpace, I had a friend that was 45 years old. I shouldn't have had a friend who was 45. That's ridiculous. That's weird. Social media is too social. We were unmonitored on the internet because nobody knew what it was, and our parents didn't really care about it. We had dial-up internet, and we didn't really care what was going on, and they're getting scammed by old Nigerian men, and they deserved it. Every old person is evil. Every single old person is evil. All of them collectively. I have not met... There are a few standoff exceptions, but I'm sure your grandfather beat a woman. I'm so positive. If you look at your granddad, you can just look at him and say, yeah, you've definitely beaten like 3 women in your life. You definitely committed domestic violence. You can just feel it. There's probably one old guy who wore glasses who was really against hitting women, and he got clowned on really bad, and he got peer pressure deeply into it. He didn't really want to do it, but I'll never know. Your grandmother has swallowed cum. I want to point that out. Your grandmother deeply has probably gotten back shots. I want you to really think about that now. Yeah, now I'm giving you horrible knowledge. I'm just not a good video. You will get infinite knowledge of horrible things from me all the time. I'm having a bad day right now. I'm sick. My wrist is sprained. This right here is deeply messed up. My leg hurts deeply. There's no good information coming from me today. That's not happening. There's no melodramatic nonsense at the end where you get some shocking revelation. No, you don't get that today. You get angry me right now. This is me in pure anger. I want to bring back Nigerian princes to scam more old people because old people don't deserve anything. I got yelled at by an old person in a Kroger is the reason I make this video. The reason I made this video is an old person yelled at me in Kroger's and called me the N-word today. So, like, I was like, why would you do that? Why would you do this? Old white lady. And she was like, you. And then she called me the ER. And I said, okay, all right. I can't do anything. I can't just, like, push her down. And, you know, I would go to jail for that. I can't really call the cops. That's not really a hate crime. Just words. It's just, I can get mad. I can yell at her. But people would probably be like, why are you yelling at her? And people would probably take her side because she's old. And I was at a very nice part of town. So I don't have any friends around me that would defend me. So it's the inspiration for this video is to that old lady in Kroger's at 143 on Detroit Avenue. That's where I feel the anger at. Sorry, not Detroit Avenue. At 143 at Kroger's in Monroe Street in Toledo, Ohio. If you see this, you suck. I hate you. I don't like you, old lady. I hope you get scammed by a Nigerian prince. This is me putting negative energy into the world so it comes back and loops it back around. If there is karma, maybe it'll come back to me. I've already got enough karma. Hopefully it takes out my left arm. I just lose it. Just lose my left arm. You're going to see me one arm trying to do all this stuff that I do right now. And I'll get a prosthetic and I'll be really cool. I'm going to put a Bluetooth speaker in that prosthetic. That's what I'm going to do. You're going to see me with a Bluetooth speaker in this prosthetic. You're going to say, oh my goodness, he's got a Bluetooth speaker. And every time I come out, you're going to hear me do a laugh track. Every time I think a joke is funny, even if it's bad, even if it's a horrible joke, I'm just going to play a laugh track out of my Bluetooth speaker every single time. That's going to actually improve my YouTube career because that's going to make me look cool. So, karma, screw you. I don't care about karma. Who cares about that? Karma is worthless. Karma doesn't matter in the real world. I hope every old person gets scammed by a Nigerian prince, and I'm sick of it. Jesus. Okay, that's enough of that. If you guys want to, if you guys want to follow my Patreon, I have a Patreon that offers absolutely nothing. Basically, getting scammed by a Nigerian prince. Me, I'm not Nigerian. I'm actually Egyptian, so that's the entire corpus of that. So yeah, if you guys want to do that, it's in the description and link below. And also, I have a GoFundMe because I am going through a lot of pain because I got into a car crash. I would appreciate it if you want to follow GoFundMe. I just decided to put these at the end of the video because everybody usually doesn't watch the entire video. So thank you very much, and goodbye. Peace. Bye.